Hello guys, welcome to our channel. Today we are solving the leetcode 1249 problem. This is a minimum removal to make valid parenthesis. Leetcode daily problem. Okay, but what problem want to say? Given a string yes of opening bracket and curly bracket, closing bracket and lowercase English letter. Okay, you want to create a string is valid and return any valid string. Okay, formally a string is valid only if and only if it is a empty string contain only lowercase letter, or it can be written as AB. A is concatenated with B where A and B are the valid string, or it can be written as a opening bracket A and closing where A is a valid string. Okay, first we will see the example 1, 2, 3, then we will discuss the problem. Okay, in example number 1, input yes is equal to lit opening bracket T opening bracket C and closing bracket O closing bracket and DE and this closing bracket. Okay, in this observation of parenthesis, our problem will be we will see the all the parenthesis problem. For this opening parenthesis, this is a closing parenthesis. Okay, for this opening parenthesis, this is the closing. But last one is extra parenthesis and we are removing that parenthesis, and our string will be let opening bracket T opening bracket C then closing then O then closing then DE and remove this closing bracket. Okay, we want to remove this closing bracket, then our answer will be look like this. Okay, in example number 2, A and closing bracket, but we are know all of the bracket rules. In bracket rule first will be come only opening then closing bracket. Okay, and that why purpose we are removing this this closing bracket. Okay, and after B then this is the opening and this is the closing for this bracket, then this is a valid. Okay, and this is a D. On after removing this bracket, our string look like AB, then opening bracket, and then C, then closing bracket, and then D. Okay, now we will see the example number 3. Uh, I I told you the bracket rules. In bracket rule, first we will come only opening bracket, not a closing bracket. That's why this will be I want to remove this and this also, because no any opening bracket before these two bracket. Okay, and for this opening bracket and this opening bracket there is no any closing bracket, that's why we are removing these two also, and after removing all of them our string look like empty and this is our valid string. Okay, and constant will be say 1 is less than or equal to s dot length and is less than equal to the 10 raised to 5. 10 raised to 5, that's mean our time complexity will be O of n. Okay, only this purpose. For solving this problem, we are using stack. But why we are using stack? Because parenthesis problem, single opening parenthesis and closing parenthesis. In solution, if provide brackets, we are using stack. Okay. One more observation is uh, we are uh, we are iterating the all of the string, and after iterating first is for in first there is only opening bracket and after that is a closing bracket. For one opening bracket there is a one closing bracket, and for closing bracket there is a one opening bracket. That's why purpose we are using stack, and we are the order is a preserve in this case, and after order preserving we are using stack based problem, stack based solution. Okay, but where I use stack in this problem? Okay, in this case only I want to remove this. Okay, but we will see the LEE. Okay, and opening bracket. If opening bracket will become before opening bracket will come before the closing bracket, then we are the pushing it into the stack, and after this T, and after this all after this T there is a there is one more opening bracket, and we are pushing there is a two opening bracket in the stack, and for this two opening bracket there is a two closing bracket, and after this our stack will be empty and one more closing bracket will be comes, and I want to remove this closing bracket, and we are just simply mark as a star in this case for this closing bracket, and we will remove this closing bracket. Okay, but in this case in our solution there is a one condition only. In first there is only opening bracket, and for this opening bracket there is a closing bracket. Okay, if our closing bracket will become first, then we are simply remove that bracket, and for removing purpose we are mark it as a star. Okay, but why we are mark as a star, we are just see this problem solution. Okay, we are simply create the stack int est, but why our problem is staying and character based problem, but in this case I use int. But I told you why are using int, because I want to remove this closing bracket, and where this closing bracket will be stored in our yes. That's why for finding this index and removing this bracket we are using a int. Only purpose of indexing we are using stack int st. Okay, and iterating all of the yes in this case and simply checking if yes of I is equal to opening bracket. Yes, this is the opening bracket. Then we are simply push it into the uh, stack, and after this there is only one more opening bracket, and if opening bracket will become, then we are simply push it into the stack, and for this closing bracket will become now, and for this closing bracket else, after if condition is not satisfied and else condition is a there is any closing bracket. Yes, there is any closing bracket, and our stack will be empty. There is, our stack is not equal to empty. Yes, our stack is not equal to empty, because in this case our stack will have a two character. Who is a two character? This is the opening bracket and this opening bracket, and we are simply written one closing bracket from this, and our stack character will be only one after removing one opening bracket. Okay, and after this there is only one more closing bracket will become, and for this closing bracket this opening bracket will be neglect or a pop. Okay, and after this iteration our stack will be empty, and one more closing bracket will become. We are just saying this if s is of I is equal to opening bracket. No, there is a closing bracket. Okay, else if is equal to s of I is equal to closing bracket. Yes, this is a closing bracket, and after a closing bracket our stack will be empty. Yes, in this case our stack will be empty. There our stack is not empty. No, it is a stack will be empty, and we are saying else s of I is equal to star, and we want to mark it as a removing removing this bracket, and for removing this bracket we are mark it as a star, and who is a mark? There is a mark in s of I. Where is the s of I? This s of I, this character will be marked, and this character of int of I, but for example this is 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. At index 12 we will mark it as a star. Okay, and we are simply iterating our stack, and our stack have only one value. After iterating all of the string, there is this closing bracket, and we are this closing bracket we are mark as it as a add character s of 11. There is a one. This is a removing character, and for removing character we are mark it as a star. Okay, after mark it star we are simply create the string answer and return that answer. Okay, and iterating all of our string, and if our string will find star, then we are not adding it into the uh, final answer. In this case L is a star, no. E is a star, no. E is a star, no. E opening bracket is star. T is a star, opening bracket is star. C is a star, closing bracket star. O is star, no. This is a star, no. This is also not star, this is also not star, but this is a star, and we are neglect this. Okay, after this we are this simply output of lit, and opening bracket T, then opening bracket, and then C, then closing bracket, then O, then closing bracket, then D and E. Okay, and for this example we are see iterate first. in first case our closing bracket will be come. Okay, and if our closing bracket will become first, then we are simply mark it as a star, and after marking we are removing them from our final answer string. Okay, and in this case also there is a no any uh, there is no any valid string, and we are mark all of them 4 and removing all of them 4, and our answer will be look like a empty, and we are return that empty string. Okay, we are simply run this code, and time complexity and space complexity will be O of n, because we are simply iterating all of them string of character in this case, and we are using a stack int st. We are using stack, that's why our space complexity will be O of n. Okay, thank you.